Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way,
Hey guys, it's your girl Tia, and I'm here to give you guys a few tips about self-love, self-care, and just overall your self-love journey. Every one of you guys are influencers. It doesn't matter what your profession is. You don't have to be an Instagram model or a celebrity to influence somebody. So before we get into the video, a little bit about myself and my self-love journey. A lot of things that happened that caused me to lose my voice and lose my power in a sense. And it wasn't really until like college when I really was starting to like find myself and really get out of my shell. A lot of the times when I was depressed, I really didn't understand why I was depressed until recently. Actually, I had this like epiphany moment where I'm like, well, you were always scared to just be yourself. So of course your body is not happy with that. When you're depressed, your body is telling you that something is wrong. And so when I wasn't being authentically myself, or I was put in these spaces where I'm not comfortable, I don't want to speak up about certain things. And by me doing that, I wasn't being myself. My body was fighting that. And that's why I was depressed. And also, when you don't speak up, it's like you're losing your power, you're losing your voice, and that can also make you depressed. And that's why it's so important to speak up, and your voice matters. Pushing myself out of my comfort zone, that's when I really shined the most. I feel like I spent my whole life in a shell, and then it was like all of a sudden I just shine bright like a diamond once I stepped out of my shell. And I was just like, I should have been stepped out of my comfort zone. I was in my prime. I felt like really stepping into my true self. Of course, when the shutdown happened, it was no access to the outside world. That was the longest that I felt like I actually sat with myself. And that's when I realized, like, I don't even really know who I am. I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know what my purpose is. When I graduated from college, I'm like, oh my gosh, no more school. Like, who am I? I'm not a student anymore. Something inside of me that wasn't really happy. It was something inside of me that I felt like I'm destined for something bigger than what I'm doing right now, but I just don't know what it is. This is what is really causing me to create a YouTube channel, because this is what my passion is. This is what makes me happy, and me tapping back into my creativity is really something that is making me more happy. What this all really comes down to, and what the underlying issue is really self-love. Why are you looking outward to fix the problem? It's like when you're unhappy, it's so easy to blame other things and other people. You need to look into yourself and realize, what is the issue here? A lot of people don't want to do that though, because it causes you to put accountability on yourself. It causes you to be the answer to your own problem. Once you realize that you have the power to unlock whatever it is that's going on inside of you, okay, you're gonna blossom. I just wanna also make a disclaimer. I'm not, a therapist. I'm just like you. We're gonna be on this self-love journey together. Now we're gonna start the video of 5 tips of what you can do to start your self-love journey. These are 5 steps that I did personally that you can also take on as well. So the first step that I did on my self-love journey is basically talk to myself the way that I would talk to someone that I love. I don't know about y'all, but I do a lot of overthinking, a lot of negative thinking, a lot of self-doubting, a lot of just craziness and chaos inside this brain. So I have this bucket right here, and basically it has a whole bunch of sticky notes inside of it. I wrote down affirmations, tons of affirmations, basically put it in a bucket, and every day I like blindly pick one and read it out loud to myself. So I'm gonna pick one so you guys can see what it's like. So, all right, this one just fell in my hand. So it says, my aura is filled with positive energy. A lot of the times, like, I forget who I am. So sometimes you gotta remind yourself, just build yourself up. Just give yourself that positive energy that you need for the day, and just remind yourself who you are, period. Tip number 2, I started to do things that brought me peace. I'm just being transparent. When I was depressed and I was really going through it, a lot of the times my outlets weren't healthy. I felt like I really reverted to bad habits, including like drinking and smoking. I realized that all they were really doing was clouding my mind even more. It made you have fun in the moment, but after, you still have to face reality, and it really wasn't making me happy. So some things that brought me peace, I have this journal that I write in. It's right here. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is like my everything right here. It's a manifestation book. It's a gratitude book. It's basically me writing down everything that I want to happen for myself, and y'all, it works. It's this thing that I do called scripting. It's like you're writing in the future, but as if it's happening today. You have to be detailed. You have to be specific. You have to really write things as if you're really in the moment and it's happening. Like if you want an apartment, if you want a car, you'll say, I'm looking out my window at my new apartment and I just bought some new furniture, I bought some wall art. Like, be really specific. This really brought me peace. Another thing that I do is I meditate, I sage. Here's some of my sage right here. Yes, I have some more. And y'all, okay, shout out to my girl Katie, that's my best friend. She bought me this box. I think it was for Christmas or something. I don't remember, but she bought me this box. And it was kind of weird because I'm like, why does it have a feather in here? And girl, it got these bones in here and it's just kind of weird. But I don't use that stuff. I just use the sage, and I have some other sage that I bought for myself as well. And sage really helps to cleanse my energy, cleanse, like if I'm feeling a little down, if I'm feeling a little negative, I kind of just light a sage, light it around my room. Sometimes, like, you know, I meditate with the sage burning, and it really works. Like, I know some of these things may be a little corny, but I promise you guys, try it. I promise it might change your life. The exercising is such a good stress reliever for me, and it's just been so good. And especially when you see your body coming in, you like, ooh, let me keep working out. Like, new body, who this, period. Tip number 3 is I cut out a lot of toxic people, y'all. Like, oh my goodness, I had to. What's wrong with me just being in my own energy and enjoying my own company and really just being to myself? And I was realizing that I was holding on to a lot of dead weight. Yeah, we have a lot of history, but what are you doing for me right now in this moment? I had to really teach myself to let go, even though it's so hard. You have to really realize who's really for you and who's not, who is bringing you good energy and who's not, who is pushing you to be great and who's not. You have to set boundaries. I'm so used to being a people pleaser, and even though they're not making me happy, I just want to make you happy. I want to see you happy because that makes me happy. I'm neglecting myself. What is making me happy? Are these people making, like, you wanna blame yourself? Well, I know I did, when you're like, I should have been cut this person off. I should have known better. I've seen all the flags and I still decided to be with this person. Just rip the Band-Aid off, set those boundaries, and just really put yourself first. It's not selfish to do that. Be gentle with yourself. This is super important. I don't care. I know I am my worst critic. I'm my worst enemy. I'm so hard on myself. So here's a little quick story. So I went to this one girl to get my hair done. This was my first time ever going to her. And sometimes, you know, I like to talk to the stylist. I don't. This time we were talking, and, you know, we had so many things in common. And I was just telling her, like, you know, this year, I'm not playing no games. Like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. She was like, by you saying that you're not playing with yourself and all this stuff, you being hard on yourself. And I'm like, I am. If you just having a day where you're just like, I don't have it in me, listen to your body. Like, if your body is telling you you don't have the energy to do this, that's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to make those mistakes. Allow yourself to just go through the process. You're human. Like, you'll be okay. It's not the end of the world if you mess up. You're learning, you're growing, and that's how you become great, by trial and error. But by beating yourself up about it, that's not helping you at all. And tip 5, really quick, really short, is just keep going. Like I said before, self-love is a journey, it's a process, it's never ending. You will forever grow. That means you will forever learn yourself new things that you will like. At the end of the day, self-love is a practice. You will have those down moments. You will have those down days. No emotion is a negative one. Crying is healing. Being sad is just your body telling you that something is wrong and that needs to be fixed. Everything is teaching you something, and that's the journey of it. And that's why it's so beautiful, because that's what life is really all about. Life is going to become so much greater if you are showing up as your best self, as your healed self, as your loved self. The world is going to start looking different. Your life is going to start looking different. You're going to start showing up like, yeah, I'm that girl. I'm confident in myself because I love myself. And I don't care if you don't like it, because I love it. Period. Everything that you've been working towards is going to come. It's going to be all worth it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. I cannot wait to show you guys what I have in store. It's gonna be a ride, but it's gonna be fun. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and be an influence in real life.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute.